Good day! In today's lesson, we will be dealing with the types of sentences according to structure. So the types of sentences according to structure are the following: simple sentence, compound sentence, complex sentence, and compound complex sentence. But today, we will just focus on complex sentences. So what is a complex sentence? When we say complex sentence, it is composed of at least one independent clause and at least one dependent clause. So another way to identify if the sentence is a complex sentence is when you find subordinating conjunction in a statement. So subordinating conjunction is used to connect independent clause and dependent clause. And examples of this are although, even though, unless, until, since, because, if, as, when, while, and etc. Now, what do you mean by independent clause? It only means that it has a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought or can stand alone. While dependent clause, although it has a subject and a verb, it doesn't express a complete thought or it can stand alone. Now let's have examples of complex sentences. Number 1, Victor accepted defeat because he wanted to be humble. So as you can see here, we have one independent clause, which is Victor accepted defeat. Now what makes it our independent clause? It is because we have the subject Victor, who is the doer of the action, and we have the verb defeat, which is an action word. And this expresses a complete thought or idea. While our dependent clause here is because he wanted to be humble. Although we have the subject he and the verb wanted, it doesn't express a complete thought. Why? It is because we don't know what's the result of him wanting to be humble. We don't know if he didn't accept an award of recognition because he wants to be humble, or he wants to please others, and so on. That's why to complete the idea, it has to be depend or connected to an independent clause. In addition, always remember that a dependent clause always starts with a subordinating conjunction. And here in this class, we use the subordinating conjunction because. Next example, although he was wealthy, he was still unhappy. So this one is also a complex sentence because we have one dependent clause and one independent clause. We also have a subordinating conjunction, which is the word although. That also serves as the fastest way in determining whether the sentence is a complex sentence or not. The dependent clause here is although he was wealthy, because it doesn't express a complete thought. We don't know what he is trying to point out when he uttered that statement. So it has to be connected with the independent clause, which is he was still unhappy. It is the independent clause because it expresses a complete thought. Just by sentence alone, we can already understand clearly the message. And with regards to the use of comma, take note that if the subordinating conjunction is located in the beginning of the sentence, a comma should be put at the end of the dependent clause. However, if the subordinating conjunction is found at the middle part of the statement, do not put a comma. We also have another example, which is, since winter is coming, I think I'll need a warm sweater. The underlined part is the dependent clause, and the independent clause is, I think I'll need a warm sweater. Another example, when she was younger, she believed in fairy tales. Now, what makes it a complex sentence? Okay, because we have one dependent clause, which is when she was young, introduced by the subordinating conjunction when. And we also have one independent clause, which is she believed in fairy tales. How about in example number 2? What makes it a complex sentence? Very good. Because we have one dependent clause, which is after being apart from years, and one independent clause, which is he still had feelings for her. How about in the third example? How can you say that it is a complex sentence? Okay, because it consists of one independent clause, which is the museum was very interesting, and one dependent clause, which is as I expected. I have also provided another set of examples. This will also serve as your guide in constructing your own sample complex sentences to be done later. So we have, I will not go to the party unless required by the school. Another one, Mario will not stop until he gets what he wants. And then next, the event would have not been proven if an intruder didn't come. So those underlined clauses are the dependent clause, and those with colors are the independent clauses. So that's the end of our discussion for today. Thank you.